Hello everyone, I'm HYO. Welcome to the 80th episode of Talk. So in this episode, I will continue the topic from the last episode. That is to analyze the all MLB teams and analyze my list of top 200 players in the upcoming season. Okay, so we will start from analyze the division of National Central. Okay, so the first thing I want to introduce is Milwaukee Brewers. I think it will be the first place in the division, and they will got 93 wins and 69 losses. And the top 200 in the team. They got Corbin Burns. He got number 10. He got a 10th. And Brandon Woodruff, he got 38. Willie Adames is 52. Devin Williams is the top reliever pitcher in this league. He got 83. Tristan Yelich in 87. Luis Urias in 128. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 players in my top 200 players. So we can see the top 2 players like Corbin Burns and Brandon Woodruff, which are the most strong pitchers in this league. Yeah, like Corbin Burns, he got number 10, and which is number 1 for all pitchers. And Brandon Woodruff is a top pitcher in the league. Yeah, and last year they didn't get a good performance. Maybe some of players maybe got injured or they didn't play very well, so they just missed the playoff. But I think their team structure is still nice in this division. So I think they will got number 1. But the other one is very close, which is St. Louis Cardinals. I just predict them with 92 wins and 70 losses, which is only one difference. Yeah, so there's only with 1 win difference. Okay, so for top 200 players, of course they have Paul Goldschmidt, which is at the MVP of the National League, which got number 8, and Nolan Arenado, which also have a very good performance in last year, and also he got and he also played for WBC Team USA, and he's got number 7 for upcoming season. And next one is Tommy Edman, got 63. He just represent Korea to play the WBC, but Korea didn't play very well in this year. And next one is Wilson Contreras. He's got 67. And next one they have Jordan Montgomery. He got 113. And Dylan Carlson, he got 143. And Ryan Hasley, he got 153. Tyler O'Neill, he got 154. Yeah, because Tyler O'Neill, he didn't play very well last year, so he just backward from 84 to 154. And the other one is Laura Nudabar. He got 186, and he just represent Team Japan to win the WBC championship. And he also played very well. Also played very well in these WBC games. Yeah. So for this St. Louis Cardinals, they have some good players, and they have two top players like Paul Goldstein and Nolan Arenado, and some maybe a good player, maybe not a top not a top level, but it's still a good player like Tyler O'Neill, Lars Nootbaar, Darren Carlson, Tommy Edman. They are also very good, but not a top level. But that's enough. That's enough. This is still very competitive in this division. Okay, so maybe it will not be not in the first place, but you have a high probability to get a wild card, and they still can go to a playoff. And the third place in this division, I think, is Chicago Cubs, but they only got 74 wins and 88 losses. That's not very good because they have two very worst team in this division. Yeah, so the top 200 players for Chicago Cubs, like Dansby Swanson, which is from Atlanta Braves, and he got 48, and another one is Nico Horner, he got 142, and Ian Happ, outfielder, he got 150, and another one is Cody Bellinger, he got 164. He's still backward from 77 to 164 because he didn't play very well for his batting. Yeah, his batting keeps sucking. His batting suck for maybe 2 to 3 years. Yeah, but he still have his gloves, and maybe his defense is not bad, so he's still in this list. But if his batting still suck, maybe you're out of this list next year, maybe. And next one is Marcus Stroman. He got 191. Also, he didn't play very well last season. So, and next one is Seiya Suzuki. He plays very well in his first year in the MLB, so he has chance to go to in the top 200. So he got 195. Okay, so this is for Chicago Cubs. Yeah. Actually, this team is not strong and a little weakness, but they still can get number 3. That means the other two teams are very weak. So for number 4 is Cincinnati Reds. He only got 63 wins and 99 lose. Yeah, and the top 200 players is only Jonathan India. He's only got 198. Yeah, he is also backward very much. From 89 to 198 is backward over 100. So because he didn't play very well last year. Yeah, because and also Cincinnati Reds they need to rebuild their team for future, maybe a few years. I don't know. So they still suck. And another thing is Joey Votto is not in this list. Yeah, but we can understand because he's old. He's close to 40. So I hope he can play. I hope he can still stay in the Cincinnati and his career and his career in Cincinnati. Okay, so but this is not the worst team in this division, because the worst team in this division is Pittsburgh Pirates. He's only got 61 wins and 101 losses. And winning percentage is only 37.65. That is very low. It's only better than Washington Nationals. The reason that is a little better than Washington Nationals because they have two they have two top 100 players. One is Brian Reynolds and Brian Hayes. Yeah, Brian Reynolds is still the best player in this team. Yeah, he got 75, and last year is 70, so it's still similar. And another one, their third baseman is Brian Hayes. He is improved very much from 196 to 88, improved over 100 ranks. So these two players maybe are the only highlights in this team. Okay, so for totally in this division, they only total got 383 wins, but they got 427 losses. The winning percentage is only 47.28, which is the lowest winning percentage between all divisions. And also for the National East Division, they totally got 407 wins and 403 losses. The winning percentage is 50.24. Yeah. And the last division is the National West. Okay, so the first place is Los Angeles Dodgers. I predict them with 100 wins and 62 losses. Yeah. Although some of players leave the team and the Dodgers just become weakness, but they still have a strong competitive. Don't forget, they just got 111 wins from last season. So actually from 111 to 100, actually they just backward 11 winning games. That was very much, but they still have 100 winnings, so it's still very competitive. And for top 200 players, they have Freddie Freeman, they have Mookie Betts. They have Mookie Betts in number 7, which is also the top player in the team. And next one is Freddie Freeman, he got number 9. And Will Smith with number 14. Julio Urias is got 53. And Max Muncy is got 68. And Clayton Kershaw got 72. Gavin Lux with 116. Noah Syndergaard with 171. Miguel Rojas got 177. And JD Martinez with 200. Yeah, so you can see Noah Syndergaard. Maybe he didn't very well in that season, but last year is only ranking 170. So this year 171 is still similar. And that's for Dodgers. So and the number 2 is of course San Diego Padres. He got 93 wins and 69 losses. And actually, last season they did very well. Although they didn't play very well in the season, but they beat Dodgers on the playoffs. That's just very impressive. Although they just lose on the national championship, but as a fans, we still can expect their performance in the new season. So for the top 200 players, of course they have Juan Soto, got number 6. Actually, Juan Soto is it's a little bit worse in last year from his level. He didn't play very well in last year with his level. So this is why he's from number 1 to number 6. And they have Manny Machado. He got rank 11. And Xander Bogaerts, he got 24. And Jack Kenilworth with 47. Fernando Tatis Jr. with 65. Yeah, because he didn't play any games in that season with accident and a medicine check. So he just backward from the 5th place to 65th. And they have Joe Musgrove, he got 70. And Trent Grisham, he got 85. Yu Darvish for 93. Blake Snell for 115. Josh Hader for 133. Yeah, because Josh Hader, he played very suck in maybe I think in the second half of the season last year. So I didn't have any too much expect from him. Yeah. So you see they have 10 players in top 20 on my list. And for Dodgers, they have, let me check. Dodgers, they still have 10, so they're tied. Okay. And so the next part is San Francisco Giants. They got 86 wins and 76 losses. Actually, the team is not bad, but in this division, they have top 2, Dodgers and Preds. So for Giants, they didn't have they don't have too much competitive to beat them. So they can only get number 3. So for the top 200 players, they got Logan Webb with 57. Mike Yastrzemski got 78. Brandon Crawford for 162. Thera Estrada for 175. Alex Wood for 178. And Jock Peterson for 180. And Alex Cope for 197. Actually, it's not bad. For Logan Webb, it's still similar to last year. Yastrzemski a little bit better from 95 to 78, a little bit better. And Brandon Crawford from 171 to 162. Yeah, because it's a little bit old. Because it's older, maybe. And Estrada, Alex Wood, Jock Peterson, and Alex Cope, they didn't on the list last year. So this is why I think Giants will have a little bit better than last season. Okay, so this is for Giants. And next part is Arizona Diamondback. So they got 68 wins and 94 losses. And for top 200 players, they have Kento Marte, he got 89 plays. Zach Gallen for 109. Tristan Walker, he got 134. Josh Rojas got 148. And Mario Kelly got 181. So they don't have too much competitive to win the games. So they're still very worse, but it's not the worst. The worst one is Colorado Rockies. They only got 65 wins and 97 losses. And the reason why they got the worst place, just because their management, most of fans don't understand what the management are doing, But they still have some good players like Ryan McComb, for 123, and Herman Masquez for 156. He is still the ace of the team, but he backward a lot from 63 to 156. And also Chris Bryant, he didn't play well from last season, so from 71 to 192. So if he don't play well in this season, he will out of this list next year. And the next one is Daniel Bard. He got 196. He's a closer in this team. So actually their picture is not bad, but their position players is not very good. So okay, so just like Arizona, they don't have any competition to win the games. So for a totally in this division, they will got 412 wins and 398 losses. Winning percentage is 50.86. I think is the second best. Yeah, it is the second best of all divisions. And also we can see for American League, the total wins will be 1228 wins and 1202 losses. The winning percentage is 50.53. And for National League, the total got 1202 wins and 1228 losses. Winning percentage is 49.46. So we can see American League is still better than National League. Okay, so the next part I want to share is the top 10 players from each position. Okay. The first thing we need to define the position. So the position is based on the Fangraph website. It shows that the most proportion is standard, and he will got this position. For example, maybe like a player, he spend 20% of time to stand on first base, 25% stand on second base, and we'll define them they are a second baseman. Okay, and the other thing is Shohei Ohtani, because he is a two-side player. He is also starting pitcher, and he is also the inside hitter. So I will put his name into both starting pitcher and inside hitter. Okay, so the top 10 player. So for the starting pitcher, number 1 is Corbin Burns. He got number 10. And the second place is Aaron Nola. He got 21 for total. And the number 3 is Garrett Cole. He got 26 for total. Number 4 is Jacob deGrom. He got 29 for total. And number 5 is Zach Wheeler. He's got 37. And number 6 is Brandon Woodruff. He got 38. And number 7 is Shohei Ohtani. And number 8 is Max Fried. He got 44. And number 9 is Sandy Alcantara. He got 46. Number 10 is Shane Bieber. He got 49. So this is from top 10 starting pitcher. Okay. And for the reliever, the top 10 reliever pitcher, the first one is Emil Clase. He got 34 for a total. And number 2 is Edwin Diaz. He got 43. Number 3 is Liam Hendricks. He got 66. Number 4 is Devin Williams. He got 83. Number 5 is Ryan Presley. He got 91 for total. Number 6 is Kenny Jensen. He got 102. And the 7th place is Rachel Iglesias. He got 117. The 8th place is Josh Hader. He got 133. And the number 9 is Ryan Hasley. He got 153. And number 10 is Jordan Romano. He got 172. And for a catcher, the number 1 is Will Smith. He's got 14 for total. And the second place is Jetin Realmuto. He got 16 for total. And the third place is Sean Murphy. He got 33. Number 4 is Wilson Contreras. He got 67. And number 5 is Adley Rutschman. He got 76. And number 6 is Adelandro Kirk. He got 80. And number 7 is Salvador Perez. He got 82. Number 8 is Yasmin Grandal. He got 108. And number 9 is Tristan Vasquez. He got 149. And number 10 is Cole Reddick. He got 159. And for the first baseman, the first place is Paul Goldschmidt, got number 8. And Freddie Freeman got number 9. And for third place is Video Guerrero Jr. He got 31. And the fourth place is Matt Olson. He got 32. And number 5 is Pete Alonso. He got 41. And the sixth place is Jack Kenilworth. He got 47. And the number 7 is Jose Abreu. He got 60. And number 8, the 8th place is Anthony Rizzo. He got 79. The 9th place is Ty France. He got 105. And the 10th place is Andy Diaz. He got 122. And for the second baseman, the first place will be Marcus Semien. He got number 18. And the second place is Jose Altuve. He got 19th. And the third place is Jeff McNeil. He got 51. And the fourth place is Trevor Story. He got 59. And the fifth place is Luis Arias. He got 71. The sixth place is Ketel Marte. He got 89. And number 7 is Colton Wong. He got 100. Number 8 is Gleyber Torres. He got 106. Number 9 is Jorge Polanco. He got 112. Number 10 is Santiago Esprino. He got 126. And for the third baseman, the first place will be Jose Ramirez. He's got number 5 for total. And number 2 is Manny Machado. He got 11 for total. Number 3 is Nolan Arenado for 17. Number 4 is Rafael Devers. He got 23. The fifth place is Alex Bregman. He got 27. The sixth place is Matt Chapman. He got 28. And the seventh place is Austin Riley. He got 45. And the eighth place is DJ LeMahieu. He got 62. And the ninth place is Max Muncy. He got 68. And the 10th place is Brian Hayes. He got 88. And for a shortstop, the first place is Trey Turner, and he got number 4. And the second place is Francisco Lindor. He got number 12. And the third place is Corey Seager. He got 20. The fourth place is Xander Bogaerts. He got 24th. And the fifth place is Carlos Correa. He got 35. And number 6 is Bo Bichette. He got 76. And for number 7 is Dansby Swanson. He got 48. Number 8 is the 8th place is Willie Adames. He got 52. And the 9th place is Tommy Edman. He got 63. And number 10 is Javier Baez. He got 96. And for right fielder, number 1 is Aaron Judge. He got number 2. And the second place is Mookie Betts. He got number 7. The third place is Ronald Acuna Jr. he got 22. And the fourth place is Kyle Tucker, he got 25. And the fifth place is George Springer, he got 40. And the sixth place is Fernando Tatis Jr., he got 65. And the seventh place is Starry Marte, he got 73. The eighth place is Adolis Garcia, he got 97. And the ninth place is Hunter Renfroe, he got 107. And the 10th place is Teoscar Hernandez, he's got 124. And next is this central fielder. So number one is of course Mike Trout. He is also the top one in the major league. And the second place is Brandon Nimmo for number 30. And the third place is Cedric Mullins for number 39. And number 4 is Julio Rodriguez, he got 58. And number 5, the fifth place is Michael Harris II, he got 69. And the sixth place is Brian Reynolds, he got 75. And the seventh place is Mike Yastrzemski, he got 78. And the eighth place is Trent Grisham, he got 85. And the ninth place is Harrison Bader, he got 96. The 10th place is Luis Robert, he got 98. So the left fielder, the first place is Juan Soto, he got number 6. The second place is Jordan Alvarez, he got number 13. And the third place is Kyle Schwarber, he got 74. And the fourth place is Randy Arozarena, he got 77. And the fifth place is Tristan Yelich, he got 87. And the sixth place is Andrew Benintendi, he got 95. And the seventh place is Mark Canha, he got 130. And eighth place is Dalton Varsho, he got 141. And the ninth place is Ian Happ, he got 150. The 10th place is Tyler O'Neill, he got 154. And the last one is the DH. So the first place is Bryce Harper, he got 50. And the second place is Shohei Ohtani. And the third place is Brian Broxton, he got 42. And the fourth place is Michael Brantley, he got 81. And the fifth place is Justin Turner, he got 94. And the sixth place is Giancarlo Stanton, he got 121. And the seventh place is Josh Bell, he got 138. And the eighth place is Joey Macenas, he got 161. And the ninth place is Vinny Pasquantino, he got 166. And the 10th place is Jock Peterson, he got 180. Okay, so this is the top 10 player for each position. And we can just got a summary for number of top 200 players for each team. So most players in top 200 is Toronto Blue Jays. They got 12 players, and New York Mets and Atlanta Braves and Seattle Mariners, they have 11 players. And San Diego Press, Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Yankees, they have 10 players. It's still very much. And St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago White Sox, and Cleveland Guardians, they have 9 players. And Houston Astros, they also have 9 players. And if we see the fewest players, we can see Cincinnati, Detroit. Both of them only have one players in top 200. Oakland Athletics and Pittsburgh Pirates, they got 2. And Washington Nationals and Kansas City Royals, they got 3. And Colorado Rockies, Miami Marlins, they got 4 players in top 200. Yeah, but if we just see the top 100, we can see the most top 100 players is New York Mets, San Diego Press, and Houston Astros. three of them got 8 players in top 100. And the interesting part is that Houston, actually they have 9 players for top 200 and 8 players in top 100. That means there's only one between 100 and 200. And also press, they have only 2 players between 100 to 200. And Mets have 3 players from 100 and 200. And also, Blue Jays, they have 7 players in top 100. And Atlanta Braves, New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, Philadelphia, they have six players in top 100 players. And another interesting thing is there's only one player for Phillies. There's only one player between 100 and 200. And we can see another interesting part. We can see Minnesota Twins, Los Angeles Angels, San Francisco Giants. 3 of them, they have 7 players in top 200, but there are only 2 players in top 100. And it's not hard to guess. For Los Angeles Angels, the only 2 players in top 100 is Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. And we can see for Cincinnati Reds, Oakland A's, and Washington Nationals, Colorado Rockies, these 4 teams didn't have any top 100 players. So that means, and also Detroit, although Detroit only have 1 player in top 200, but that player I know is Javier Baez. He's in, I think it's 90 something. Yeah. And and also for Colorado, although they have 4 players in top 200, but all of them are between 100 and 200. That is the interesting part. So next part, next part we want to see is the position for the top 200 players. So this year, we have 13 catchers in the list, and 13 first basemen in this list, and 19 players for second baseman, 22 players for third baseman, and 19 players for shortstop, and 12 players for left fielders, 14 players for central fielder, and 16 players for right fielder. And we have 50 players for starting pitcher, 11 players for relief pitcher, and 10 pitcher for DH. And another special guy is Shohei Ohtani. He's a 2-side player for starting pitcher and decide hitter. So from this list, we can see the most number from the position is of course the starting pitcher, because each team they have at least 4 to 5 starting pitcher. So, and other position they only got 1 or 2. So this is reason why the starting pitcher have they have 50 starting pitcher in this top 200 players. And except starting pitcher, the most number for the position is third baseman. You have 22 players, and next will be second baseman and shortstop. So these 3 positions actually is also the most common position in the modern MLB, and it is also the trends, because if a player they can defend for second base or third base, even shortstop. They also can play first baseman or DH. And also for outside fielder, maybe the number I think is still similar to last year. And actually for the catcher, maybe the catchers will be improved to improve, have better than last season. Yeah, 13 catchers. But there's a little the worst position here is decide hitter, because if a hitter can only play decide hitter, if he cannot hit, he'll be eliminated. So especially for young players, so that's not good. That's not a good sign. So this is why the DH will become lower and lower. And if we want to see the trends, or if we want to know more details about which position is most common or the best position in this year, we can see the average rank. So in the top 200 players, we can see the average rank for starting pitcher is 34.1. Compared to last year, actually, yes, go backward, because last year the average rank is 21.5. Yeah. And for relief pitcher, the average rank is 99.4. Actually, is improved. Actually, it's improved a lot, because last year is 128.9. It just improved almost 30, I think. And also another improve a lot is catcher. It's like 78.4. He got 78.4 for this year, and 93 for last year. And the first base is actually improved. They got 53.4, and they almost improve almost 20 ranks. And the second baseman is 75.1. Actually, go backward, because last year is 55.9. And the third baseman is 37.4. Is a little bit better than last year. Last year is 40.8. And the shortstop is 39. It's a little bit backward, because last year is 34.4. And the right fielder is 56.2. Is similar to last year, because last year is 56.6. And the central fielder is similar, 61.9. And last year is 62.6. And for left fielder, it's improved a lot, it's 92.7. And last year is 122.7. And for DH, which is the lowest rank in the whole position, he got 102.7. He is also a little backward from last year. Last year is 94.9. So we can see, except decide hitter, the ranking except decide hitter and then third baseman, actually the standard deviation for each average rank is become smaller. That means some position with average last year is become backward in this year, and some of position with lower rank they have improved in this season. Yeah, except design hitter and third baseman. Now the third baseman is a very competitive position in this year, and also DH is become lower and lower. It's just because nowadays DH is only for the old players, which is not good at defense, or they just become worse and worse on defense, but they still can hit, so they will stand on DH. Yeah, a player who can only for hitting, that is very dangerous, because if they didn't hit, they don't have any position for them, and then they will be eliminated from the league. And so next part is so we'll talk about the hidden gem. That means those players actually they play also very well, but they have competitive to go to the top 200, but because some reason they just out of this list. So the first player I will talk about is Joe Ryan. He's a starting pitcher from Minnesota Twins. And the second player is Tron Taylor. He's a right fielder from Milwaukee Brewers. And the third player is Brandon Belt, which is the DH from Toronto Blue Jays. And the fourth player is Ranger Suarez. He's a starting pitcher from Philadelphia Phillies. And next one is Jack McCarthy. He's a right fielder for Arizona. And next one is Enrique Hernandez, which is shortstop from Boston Red Sox. And next one is Jesse Winkler, which is DH from Milwaukee Brewers. And the eighth one is Eduardo Rodriguez, is starting pitcher from Detroit. And next one is Nicky Lopez, the second baseman from Kansas City Royals. Yeah, Nicky Lopez, I have some impression from him because he just represent Italy to play WBC. Yeah, and number 10 is Brandon Donovan. Is also the second baseman from St. Louis Cardinals. So although they didn't into the top 200 list, we still can notice these 10 players. Maybe they can play very well, and they still have a chance to go to the top 200 list next year. And I must still believe those 10 players still competitive in this season. All right. So for the last part, I want to show the top 50 players on my list. Yeah, because of time issue, I can only show the top 50. But I will put all the tables and columns and information into the blog, like the prediction of wins and lose for each teams, top 200 players, and I just talk about the average for each position and each teams, the average ranks for each position, something information like that, and I will put those information into my sports corner. Okay, so the last part, I just show the top 50 players in the new season. Okay, so number 50 is Carlos Rodon, the starting pitcher from New York Yankees. For number 49 is Shane Bieber, the starting pitcher from Cleveland Guardians. Number 48, Dansby Swanson, which is a shortstop from Chicago Cubs. Number 47, Jack Kenilworth, which is the first baseman from San Diego Preds. Number 46, Sandy Electera, which is the starting pitcher from Miami Marlins. Number 45, Austin Riley, the third baseman from Atlanta Braves. Number 44, Max Fried, the starting pitcher from Atlanta Braves. Number 43, Edwin Diaz, the closer from New York Mets. Number 42, Brian Broxton, the decide hitter from Minnesota Twins. Number 41, Pete Alonso, the first baseman from New York Mets. Number 40, George Springer, the right fielder from Toronto Blue Jays. Number 39, Cedric Mullins II, the central fielder from Baltimore Orioles. Number 38, Brandon Woodruff, the starting pitcher from Milwaukee Brewers. Number 37, Zach Wheeler, starting pitcher from Philadelphia Phillies. Number 36, Bo Bichette, the shortstop from Toronto Blue Jays. Number 35, Carlos Correa, the shortstop from Minnesota Twins. Number 34, Emmanuel Clase, the closer from Cleveland Guardians. Number 33, Sean Murphy, the catcher from Atlanta Braves. Number 32, Matt Olson, the first baseman of Atlanta Braves. Number 31, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the first baseman from Toronto Blue Jays. Number 30, Brandon Nimmo, central fielder from New York Mets. Number 29, Jacob deGrom, the starting pitcher from Texas Rangers. Number 28, Matt Chapman, the third baseman from Toronto Blue Jays. Number 27, Alex Bregman, the third baseman from Houston Astros. Number 26, Garrett Cole, the starting pitcher from New York Yankees. Number 25, Kyle Tucker, the right fielder from Houston Astros. Number 24, Xander Bogaerts, the shortstop from San Diego Preds. Number 23, Rafael Devers, third baseman from Boston Red Sox. Number 22, Ronald Acuna Jr., the right fielder for Atlanta Braves. Number 21, Aaron Nola, starting pitcher from Philadelphia Phillies. Number 20, Corey Seager, the shortstop from Texas Rangers. Number 19, Jose Altuve, the second baseman from Houston Astros. Number 18, Marcus Semien, the second baseman from Texas Rangers. Number 17, Nolan Arenado, the third baseman from St. Louis Cardinals. Number 16, JT Realmuto, the catcher from Philadelphia Phillies. Number 15, Bryce Harper, the decide hitter from Philadelphia Phillies. Number 14, Will Smith, the catcher from Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 13, Yordan Alvarez, the left fielder from Houston Astros. Number 12, Francisco Lindor, the shortstop from New York Mets. Number 11, Manny Machado, the third baseman from San Diego Preds. Number 10, Corbin Burns, the starting pitcher from Milwaukee Brewers. Number 9, Freddie Freeman, the first baseman from Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 8, Paul Goldschmidt, the first baseman from St. Louis Cardinals. Number 7, Mookie Betts, the right fielder from Los Angeles Dodgers. Number 6, Juan Soto, left fielder for San Diego Preds. Number 5, Jose Ramirez, the third baseman from Cleveland Guardians. Number 4, Trey Turner, the shortstop from Philadelphia Phillies. Number 3, Shohei Ohtani, starting pitcher and decide hitter from Los Angeles Angels. Number 2, Aaron Judge, the right fielder from New York Yankees. Number 1, Mike Trout, central fielder from Los Angeles Angels. And the one thing I need to talk about is the average rankings of starting pitcher and decide hitter, because Shohei Ohtani plays in these two positions. Yeah, because I put Shohei Ohtani on I put Shohei Ohtani for the 7th best of starting pitcher. So I just choose the median rank between Brandon Woodruff and Max Fried. So I just put 41 for Shohei Ohtani and calculate the average. And I got 34.1. And for decide hitter, I put the second place for decide hitter for Shohei Ohtani. Also, I put and the rank of the decide hitter, I just put the median between Bryce Harper and Brian Broxton, and I got 29. So the total average is 102.7. Okay, so just talk again. I will put all this information into my sports corner, and also I will and in the sports corner maybe I will put some words, but not too much, because most of the information I don't want to type too much words, because it spends a lot of time. I don't have that much time, so I use Talk to introduce about this. So the new season is almost coming, and hope you guys can enjoy the games for this year, and hope everyone and every player can get a good performance in this year. And that's it. I think this is the episode of my talk, and see you next time. Bye.